Good morning. So we'll be starting with our presentation on our sixth unit, that is the jigs and picture. Uh, in this unit, mainly if you see the syllabus, we are having what is jigs, what are the different topics related to the jigs like location, principles of clamping, principles of guiding, etc. Different types of jigs. Then we are having fixture. What do you mean by the fixture? What are the various methods of designing the fixtures, etc. Mainly when we are talking about the jigs and fixture, we know that in a mass production, the interchangeability is one of the important concepts. Interchangeability means we should be able to uh, prepare the similar type of components and we can easily replace that component. That is the concept of interchangeability, and that will reduce the unit cost. So generally mass production, when we are talking, we require a very fast method of positioning the work for accurate operation on it. Jigs and fixtures are production tools that are used to accurately manufacture, duplicate and interchangeable parts. That is the one aspect. And second is that when the large components are to be manufactured and to be assembled identically, then under that condition we require the use of the toolings like jigs and fixtures. So what is jig? Jigs are nothing but these are the additional tooling that we are making to ease the mounting location of the component. So particularly when we talk about the jig, that holds, supports and locate the workpiece. And along with that, the important aspect is that it guides the cutting tool for a specific operation. So generally when we are talking about the jig, these are the three main important aspects that we have to see, that is the hold, support, locate and the guide. Jigs are primary use with the following objectives. Whenever there is we get proper repeatability with the jigs, because we are reducing the manual skill, we are getting good accuracy, we are getting very good interchangeable components, because every time we do not have to set the points, etc. The device that does both the function, holding the work and guiding the tool, is called as a jig. Fixture, it is the work holding device that also hold, that also support and that also locate, but important aspect is that it doesn't guide the cutting tool. That is the difference between the jigs and fixture. There are some other differences also, but that is the main difference. Jigs always guide the tool, fixture is never guide the tool. A jig differs from a fixture that it guides the tool to the correct position in addition to the locating and supporting the. These are the basic difference between the jigs and fixture. In the jig, it is a work holding device that holds, support and locate the workpiece and guide the tool. In the fixture, it is a work holding device that holds, support and locate the workpiece for a specific operation but does not guide. First difference. Second, jigs are not necessarily clamped to the drill press. Generally jigs are not that much having a big size or that weighted, so they can be directly kept before the just wherever the drilling operation is to be performed, when the fixture should be securely clamped to the table, because much more forces are incurred in the operations like milling, turning, so fixture has to be mounted very securely on the table. The jigs are special tools particularly for drilling, ribbing, tapping and boring. So mainly all hole making operation we can say that we are using the jig, while the fixtures are for the milling, turning, shaping, slotting, even sometime we are using it for the assembly also. The gauge blocks are not required for in the jig. Gauge blocks must be required for the effective handling. Generally jigs are lighter in construction and fixtures are heavier in the construction. There are so many advantages of the jigs and fixture. So if you put out like this, so first of all, it reduces or eliminates the efforts of marking, measuring and setting of the workpiece. It can be done automatically by proper design of the jigs and fixture. The second is that the workpiece and the tools are relatively located at their exact position before the operation automatically, so it reduces the production cycle time. Variability of dimension in mass production is very low, so manufacturing process supported by the use of jig and fixture remains a consistent quality. We can maintain very good quality. And the fourth is that due to the low variability in dimension, assembly operation becomes easy. We are making the the component within the tolerances, so low rejection takes place due to the less defective production is observed. These are some of the other advantages. It reduces the production cycle time. The operating conditions can be used at the higher values like speed, feed, depth of cut. Operators working become comfortable, as most of the time for setting is reduced. Semi-skilled workers can easily perform the work instead of the skilled worker. then there is no need to examine the quality of product frequently, so that reduce the your inspection cost. There are some of the very important principles of jigs and fixture. There are many, but the main important is the locating points. Good facility should be provided for locating the work. The article to be machined must be easily inserted and quickly. What do you mean by the location? Location means we should be able to put the component on the jigs and fixture within the minimum time and that too accurately. And what is the foolproofing? Foolproofing ensures that the workpiece should be allowed to be put in a proper position. In the subsequent slides again I will explain you these principles. Now when we are talking about the locating, so first of all we should understand what is the concept of degree of freedom. If you see any component in a space, what we'll observe that it is having total 12 degree of freedom. So what are that 12? So 3 along x axis, positive x, positive y, positive z, negative x, negative y, negative z, and then rotation about x axis in clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. In the same way rotation about the y and rotation about z. So 6 linear degree of freedom and 6 rotary degree of freedom. So like this we are having the 12 degree of freedom. So whenever we are designing the jigs and fixture, we have to see that the component should be constant for all these 12 degrees. As you see from this figure, we will observe that what are the degree of freedom, 12 that we can see. So we can see that there are 6 linear degree of freedom and 6 rotary degree of freedom. Now what is locator? It is the device to establish and maintain the correct position of putting a part in a jigs and fixture. Also it is used to constant degree of freedom. There are two objectives of locator. First, to put the correct part, and second, to see that it should not be allowed to move in any degree of the freedom. The most important is the 3-2-1 principle. So if suppose we are having any flat surfaces like a block, so if you put 3 pins on one side, 2 pins on the other side and 1 pin on the third face, the 9 degree of freedoms can be constrained by using this 6 pin, and that's why this is the one of the very important principles that we are using, and which is called as the 3-2-1 principle. If you see this figure, so we can easily understand what is the 3-2-1 principle. So pin number 1, it will restrict the rotation in one direction of y. 2 will avoid the rotation about the x, and third pin will avoid the rotation about the z. The fourth pin will avoid the linear movement along the z direction in one direction. The fifth pin will restrict the rotation about the y axis, and if you see the sixth pin, it will restrict the rotation, linear movement about the x. So like this, all 6 rotary degree of freedom and 3 linear degree of freedom can be constrained by using the 3-2-1 principle. Then question arises that what with the remaining 3 degree of freedom, that is along x in the other direction, along y in the other direction, along z in the other direction. So this remaining 3 degree of freedom are taken care by what we are calling it as the fixtures. So generally the locators should take the care of the 6 degree of freedom, and remaining 3 degree of freedom can be taken care by the locator. Now so far we have discussed what do you mean by the jigs and fixture, what is the difference between the jigs and fixture, and one important principle that is called as the 3-2-1 principle of designing the jigs and fixture. So with this we'll end with this first part of the jigs and fixture. In the second part we'll discuss about the other aspects like location, clamping devices, etc.